Well, I mean, to be fair, Devastator Squadron, they come into this one. If you look at the standings of the group stage, they come into this one as kind of the underdog team. Again, Skull Squadron hasn't lost a game so far today, and they're one
Hmm.
map away from seeing their tournament lives end in the semifinals. So we're here on Essels. It's a big map, a lot obviously to play around.
Hmm.
It's a little bit different than Sisubo and Yavin in that regard. So I'm not quite sure which team picked this map. I want to say this was a Devastator Squadron pick, but
I think it was Skull Squadron, right? Wasn't it Devastator, Skull Squadron, and then Devastator? Is that how it went?
I I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to take a look at that again. Either way,
Hmm.
it is going to pose a different challenge.
Oh,
Um,
definitely. The gameplay that you have to switch up for this match with this map is it's different from all of the other ones because you have such a wide berth of space in that central area where you have a lot of open areas, but you can weave in and out of it. So
right.
I don't know. We'll see if they can. If it was Skull Squadron, what their plan is. If they can actually, they're on their map, they're on their team. Is this where their strategy comes into play, or will they be able to bring it back from that loss? Because I don't know if they were had the clean sweeps the rest of the tournament so far. Are they like, oh my gosh, we just lost? What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
No.
think that strong offense from Devastator is going to be very important here.
Well, they will have the first attack. Will Devastator Squad in the Empire ships? As we are on board with SSR right now, playing a little bit of defense. Two bombers, I believe pilot error was in one as well. It could have been Geo. I don't think so. I think Geo is pretty
Pretty strong on that
exclusively an
A-wing.
interceptor player. So, but the
Hmm.
bombers coming out, still no support.
Yeah,
Just always have to point that out. I'm one of those people that still
same
think
here.
the support is
I
such a
can't play it.
necessary figure in these matchups. But
Hmm. Yeah, if you have if you're playing squadrons and you have a team together, appreciate your support players, guys. But on Devastator, we have let's see here, three defenders, a support, and a tie. Like that's fascinating to me to see that strategy.
well, didn't do too much there on the attack. The Skull Squadron able to flip it quite quickly, and now we'll see them regroup. SSR looks like he may be changing ships. He'll
Mm.
swap over to that interceptor. So there goes one of the bombers. Zaster also going to get restocked, and another potential loadout switch.
Oh,
Wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised. Yeah, here come the fighters, and not surprised when on offense. It's kind of interesting, but against these defenders, those bombers are just they're such easy targets, especially with
Hmm.
ion weapons, things like that. That those defenders, they're kind of like bomber, or I'm sorry, not defenders. The X-wings, the fighters are kind of like bomber lights, but with a bit more maneuverability.
Yeah, definitely. You can beef up those X-wings to be basically more maneuverable bombers there. Like you can with the right attachments, you can be super effective. Just depending on how you want to approach the game. And we also have Rando Lanier as a bomber on the other side. So we switch up there as they move to defensive. Um, Devastator's doing a really good job of pushing back the Skull Squadron here as they go to attack.
That was
Well,
another great defense. I mean, they did get some decent damage. We'll say that. I think
they
one of the
did.
cruisers is about half hull. Uh, so, I mean, pretty even attacks on either side,
Hmm.
though. I do think Skull Squadron might be in a bit of a better position, especially if they can come off the respawn as a unit right now. We're watching Hidden Gecko try to get away. He's going to have to try to regroup with his allies here, but I do kind of want to take a look at one of these either Swifty or Jester. Yeah, here we are on board with Jester now. I want to see what the approach is right here against these
Hmm.
frigates. It looks like Jester's going to play the role of zoning and trying to keep SSR off these AI targets, which is which is smart. I wonder who of the group is going to be focusing down those assault frigates. I mean, it could very well be Raven Eye in this situation, funny enough, in that support.
Yeah. What are they going to do here? We've got Swift out of the action here. We've got 2 off on the Skull Squadron side. What are they going to do? Doing some decent damage. Like they're utilizing that run to great effect here. I think they're doing a little more damage than Skull Squadron did last attack phase. Are they focusing on one, trying to take it down, or are they splitting their defenses or offensives here?
To me, I think with Swift going down, I think it kind of broke up that attack a little bit. As you can see, yeah, they're starting to retreat. Swift now coming back into the fight here, trying to get some rockets down on Hidden Gecko. I liked the idea that we saw. We've seen Zaster get a little bit targeted by these defenders again. It's that bomber versus defender matchup. The defenders are very much more maneuverable, but at the same time, Zaster's going to be doing a ton of AI damage, so it's important to get him off the field as well. So, yeah, I mean, pretty good attack here from Devastator. They've got all of the shields gone for both frigates. Frigate A, very, very low, as we are on board with Pilot Error trying to shut down these incoming attackers. But I think it's just the, you know, it's been relatively even as far as kills go. As I say that, some AI, or I'm sorry, I think that was the Corvette that went down there. But the AI kills have not been coming out from Skull Squadron, and Devastator's taking full advantage of it right now.
Definitely. Yeah, they aren't using the bomber to the greatest effect there against taking down the AI. I think, too, one of the things is they've been targeting them so hardcore, trying to stop them from doing so. So they're doing a good job on that. Skull Squadron's starting to build up a defense there.
I mean, it forced the switch from SSR again. I don't see what the advantage is of playing a Y-wing into 3 defenders.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they have an angle that I'm not seeing, but right now they are on the back foot quite heavily. The MC-75 is exposed. They did take out Dazu. That's a good
that was a great run for Devastator there. Yeah.
But, I mean, Devastator now going to fall back, and, I mean, all you've got to do is defend and try to load up once more.
Yeah, they're in a good spot, too, because they've still got the shields on C with full health. And D, well, D is definitely in a hurting situation. It's about 55% health, no shields, so I think D could be taken down pretty quickly there. But yeah, defense here is definitely going to be key for Devastator Squadron. Will be able to deal a ton of damage. I'm not sure. They did switch back to their attack layout here with the 3 X-Wings and the 2 A-Wings.
Well, one thing I did notice, sorry to cut you off there, one thing I did notice, while Skull was getting regrouped, it took them a little while to get everybody ready, and Devastator was just laying into that Corvette. And that I think the Corvette's already gone. Yeah, I think it's done. One of the cruisers does go down, but you know, you talk about morale, though they are able to keep it pretty heavily in favor of the Republic side, but that Corvette soaks up a lot of damage, and if you let it go for free, it can really hurt your attack, though they're making the most of it here.
Yeah, it's also a good target, even if, like, you aren't able to, it's not dealing a lot of damage, but it could possibly have Devastator Squadron occupied at least. That's where I see it for the Skull Squadron, but they didn't even have that. It didn't even get really close enough for them to be able to utilize it to that effect. So they're doing some damage on C. Pretty even, surprisingly so.
This attack is huge, and we don't see any bombers. We're as you mentioned, we're back to that 3-2 setup fighters to interceptors right now. There goes SSR after getting shelled by what I would assume is one of the 3 defenders that still patrol the skies, but
Yep.
They didn't take down the cruiser. One cruiser still lives. They do end up getting it. Okay, they get it.
Okay.
On
That's
the
very
opposite
important
side.
there.
So that you're right. That is absolutely a huge piece. And now, with the MC75 pretty much at full health, obviously Devastator gets the first crack at it, which is always going to be an advantage. But we're pretty much back to even here.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job of evening the playing field. Like I didn't think that they would be able to do all that they did, but they were able to bring it back and level it all back to a good location here.
Look at that. Nice picture-in-picture there for you.
That's beautiful.
Little tack map there on the bottom. And yeah, you can start to see the swarm coming in, though. Might be a couple of players overcommitting here from Devastator. Actually, could be trying to find the distractus. Here comes the rest of the unit. Hidden Gecko in a bit of a tough spot. He's going to try to fly this one away, drawing the attention of Swift, which keeps him off that MC75, though the shields are pretty much gone. Zaster falls in the wake of that as well. Nobody down yet for Devastator. Rando's probably on his way back to his ship, though, as now Swift doing a lot of damage, and this MC75 in a lot of trouble. I don't think they've gotten the shield generators yet, but the shields are gone. The hull is taking damage. Devastator looking to punch their ticket to the grand finals.
Left shield generator is so close to being destroyed. Oh, there it goes. Oh my goodness. That was such a powerful run there. That right there is a sign of a very effective team. Like they all came together and were able to deal a lot of damage really quickly.
We're on board here with Rando as the right shield generator goes down as well. No more shields for the MC75. However, the supporting Corvette does eventually fall.
I think we're going to see a shift here really quickly. Yep, there we go. Gold Squadron, this is their moment. I think if they want to finish this off, they have to go now.
Power out too. Tower is gone as well with his dying breath, but everybody's dead from Devastator. This could be huge right now.
They need to go team up and do as much damage as they can while they are still respawning.
And they need to find kills off the spawn, but they're using this time. As you look at that tack map, you can see the MC75. The only thing it has left is that targeting as we get the picture-in-picture of the picture. That was cool. That was like extra tack map, man. But you can see already the assault on that Corvette is starting with a Star Destroyer now. And I mean, this is so close. Skull Squadron still in this game. They need to do a lot of damage. Pilot error is down.
They'll do it.
But the shield generators are going to come under fire here first. Zaster's actually going to have to turn off. He didn't quite get the angle he wanted there, I'm sure. Swift going to be in his targets. I'm assuming that's the player who was shooting at him there. As this is going to be pilot error coming from below. Couple of nice bombs. And there it goes. One shield generator gone. But look at how fast this morale is switching. Everybody's going down from Skull. Devastator. Can they fend off this attack? It would be huge if this other shield generator doesn't fall.
Pilot Air is doing a fantastic job of bobbing and weaving and being very effective until his end, obviously. But Zaster going in, going back to the MC75 as they prepare to defend. Ooh, that was... They started off strong. They did a really good job of starting off strong, doing some quick damage, taking out one shield generator, but my goodness, were they not able to take it to full effect there as they are going back to the defensive. Oh, there goes SSR. Two out of the field. Pilot error trying to go back.
And this looks like this is going to be it. It looks like Devastator has done it here. They are going to sweep Skull Squadron. The MC75, nothing it can do on its last legs. Every system is down. The Raider is unloading on it as well. Devastator Squadron going to knock out Skull in the semifinals, and we won't have an undefeated team today. My goodness, well played. Another 2-0 series, and it's
Wow.
Aces 5 through to the finals.
That that was sticking in the knife, and then that Raider coming up was twisting it. they
Wow.
that was beautiful to see if you were rooting for Devastation Squadron. If you're rooting for Skull, that was not good to see. But yeah, I'm fantastic. Goodness gracious, did they do a fantastic job at pulling it around.